Dirt Everyday Extras go live every weekday on Motor Trend On Demand. Here's an example of an episode you missed last week. This Dirt Everyday Extra, we're going to put a new synthetic winch rope onto my worn Xeon 8000S. There was nothing wrong with the old winch rope. I just want to try something different. The old winch rope was synthetic, it came from Warren, and it has a hook on the end. And I really like hooks because they're really simple. They just hook onto things. But I have a new winch rope from Bubba Rope, which has a soft shackle on the end. So what that means is it has this knot on the end that loops back into a loop on the rope here. And then as it pulls tight, it basically forms a closed loop system. And I really like that because it doesn't have any metal on there. So if anything should fail in your recovery system, it's one less piece of metal that could become a projectile and hurt somebody. So I've never used this, I've seen it, I think it's a really neat system, and we're gonna try it out on TubeSock. The first thing I had to do was get the old winch line off. And the way the Warren winch system works, there's this little key and there's a loop on the end of the winch rope. This key locks the loop into the drum. We're not using that on the Bubba rope. We're using this thing. It's called the Grabber by Bubba Rope. So what this is, it's a small loop of kind of banding, and on either end of it, there's an opening. The winch rope will actually run through this, wrap around it, and then run through the other end. And this has double-sided sticky tape on the back of it that sticks right to the winch drum. And that is the system. That's what's supposed to pull it tight. Once it's tight and there's load on it, it will tighten up on the drum and not come off, supposedly. So that's what we're gonna try out on this one. This is the same winch that was on the Jeep when I drove it underwater. In fact, that winch rope was on it when I drove it underwater. So I went and I kind of cleaned it off because I want that double-sided sticky tape to stick really well. I grabbed a little wire brush, cleaned it, scrubbed it as well as I could, and then grab your basic blue shop towels and stick that on there. So we have a nice opening here, and kind of see it. And then we're going to take this grabber, peel the backing off of the double-sided sticky tape. This will probably take me 25 minutes. There it goes. And this is going to stick right to the drum just like that. So let's see here. It says to stick it to the left side of the drum. Very specific. Then, this is the end of the Bubba winch rope. You notice there's no loop. The Warren has a loop that doubles back onto itself, and then it uses this red fabric at the end. This is the part of the winch rope that's closest to the drum. And the cool thing is as you're getting to the end of the rope, you notice that the line changes from kind of a gray to red, so you know you're getting close to the end of your winch rope. Bubba also does that, and they have this fabric that covers it, which helps grab it onto the drum as well. So, as per the instructions on the back of the Bubba Grabber paperwork, slip the end of the winch under the drum, through the right side of the loop, wrap 5 times, and through the left side of the loop. Pull hand tight. So we'll slide this under the drum, somehow wrestle it up here. And now this end here goes through this part of the loop, of the grabber. I like Bubba because they have funny names. Like their Bubba Rope, their tree saver is actually called a tree hugger. This is called the Grabber. It's definitely grabbing it. I can't even get it started through there. Oh, here it goes. We went and saw these guys down in Florida. We shot a whole Dirt Everyday Extra on it. And I've had this winch rope for a while to install. I've just never gotten around to it. Okay, so now this has to go around 5 more times. And I think we're gonna need a little bit more slack. So it'll probably use most of this red section here. In fact, we may just use all of it. This is a really interesting concept because instead of using like a bolt or that key to hold the end of the winch rope to the drum, it's literally using the gripping force of the rope itself to hold it in there. And I think by design, we'll literally get right to the end of that red section, right before this yellow cover gets on. And that will give us all the rope we need to wrap around here. In fact, I don't even think it's going to give us enough. We may need to push this section that has the outer sleeve. There we go. This goes around. That goes around. We need a little bit more slack. And there we go. Now I just have to feed this through the other loop. This would be way easier if the fair lead wasn't on the winch and the bumper was on your bench, but we'll get it. This is the type of stuff that makes Dirt Everyday Extras so riveting. It's the struggle. Almost. I think even my camera guy is getting bored with this episode. He's like, this is dumb. You have to do something cooler on the next episode to make up for it. All right, Bubba rope. Get through there. Go to your home. Where they cut the end of the rope, they cut it with some sort of hot knife. There it goes. Boom. Okay. Now you can see how this is all designed to work. See if I can tighten this up. Here we go. Pull it back through here. Let me see if I can ratchet it this way. Give you a better look. So One end of the rope sits there, goes into this loop. These 4 bands go over it, and then the rest of it goes there. And that leaves all of this. Now that's good and tight. So what we'll do, put our gloves on. Anytime you're winching, you want to have gloves on. And we will hold this here. All right. We have the first section of winch rope on there. But there's a whole nother step to this. And we're going to show you that on the next Dirt Everyday Extra. All right, that's it. See you next time. If you need more Dirt Everyday Extra, go sign up right now.